Picture this. You're standing on a secluded beach. The sound of waves crashing against the shore is like nature's own seductive symphony. The moon is full, its silver light illuminating the sand in a way that makes it almost glitter beneath your feet. Now, imagine you're not alone. You've been summoned here by an anonymous letter. Yes, an actual letter, like it's 1995 all over again. The note read, "Meet me where the sea meets the sky, where the sand whispers secrets, and I'll show you a night you'll never forget." How could anyone resist that kind of poetic mystery? Not me, and certainly not our main character for tonight's tale. And yes, you're definitely going to want to stick around for all the juicy details. So, she shows up, dressed for an occasion she couldn't even begin to imagine. A flowing red silk dress that clings just enough to say, "I am mysterious and also fabulous." Her hair is like the wind. No, quite literally. It flows wildly, as if nature itself is trying to flirt with her. She scans the moonlit horizon, her heart thudding in anticipation. Then, she hears it. A low, gravelly voice saying her name. His voice. And there he is. He's standing at the edge of the water, barefoot, dressed in black slacks and an unbuttoned white shirt that flutters in the wind just so. I mean, come on. Where do these people shop? Because I need this wardrobe. Stat. But back to the story. He doesn't just walk up to her. No. He strides, with that effortless confidence that screams, "Yes, I know I'm both ridiculously attractive and a little dangerous." As he gets closer, she notices the tiniest smirk playing on his lips. And suddenly, standing still somehow feels impossible. They exchange no introductions. Not yet. No names, no last-minute doubts, no words even. He pulls out a blindfold. Yes, you heard me. A silk blindfold, and holds it out to her. The question he doesn't ask is clear. It's a test, a challenge, a silent agreement to enter a game with no rules other than trust. She hesitates for a single, electric second before nodding. He ties it gently around her eyes, his hand brushing against her cheek, and I am fully convinced the human body has never been so aware of a single touch. Now, here's where things take a turn for the, let's say, unconventional. With her blindfolded, she relies on nothing but her other senses. The scent of the ocean mixed with something distinctly him, a mix of cologne and danger, if that's a scent. His hand wraps around hers, and he leads her. Toward what? She doesn't know. They stop, and she feels the coolness of a blanket beneath her feet. He eases her down, taking her hands in his, guiding her into a seated position. And then, she hears it. Music. A small, portable speaker starts to play something soft, hauntingly romantic, with a melody that seems to dance with the waves. He doesn't speak, not yet. Instead, he pours champagne into 2 crystal glasses. The sound of the bubbles popping feels like its own kind of flirtation. Finally, he speaks. A voice somehow both soft and commanding. He tells her about this place, this beach, and why he picked it. It's not just any beach, apparently. Legend has it, the sands here have witnessed more love stories, epic, tragic, and everything in between, than anyone could count. He believes the sands absorb the energy, the passion, the secrets. And tonight, he says, they'll add a chapter to its story. By now, the blindfold has become less a sign of mystery and more of an invitation into an entirely new way of experiencing the world. She doesn't know what champagne flutes he's using, but they feel fancy. She doesn't know what kind of music this is, but it has her under its spell. And she doesn't quite know what is happening, but she knows she doesn't want it to stop. They talk, finally, about nothing and everything. About lives they lead that they never imagined would collide this way. About fears she never thought she'd confess, and dreams he never expected to share. The chemistry builds, each word intensifying the magnetic pull between them. But here's where it stops, where we, as the audience, are left hanging on the edge of our seat. Because just as the waves crash harder, just as everything seems to build toward that climactic moment, and just when you think you're about to get all the details, you don't. Because this isn't that kind of story, remember? At least, not entirely. And as the sun starts to rise, painting the sky in oranges and pinks, you're left to wonder, was it real? Was it fleeting? Or was it both? The only thing we do know is that by the time she left, the sands beneath her feet held another secret, written in the language of moonlight and whispers. And maybe, just maybe, that's the whole point, to leave just enough mystery for one more visit. What would you do if a stranger offered you the adventure of a lifetime? Would you take the plunge, follow the silver-lit path to the unknown? Or would you let the tides of caution pull you away from the moonlit magic? Something to think about, and maybe to dream about. Until next time, my curious darlings, keep those imaginations vivid and those stories steamy.